The man from K6, K6, what? Looks like it's got a couple sixes there for some reason, and some K6s. Returned with eels to feed his people. Okay. Ikanum are traditional stories. One such story from Victoria Howard of Grand Ronde, which is not a ways from here, is told about the area around Lake Oswego. The story tells of a particularly hostile winter in which cold and starvation threatened the entire village. Cold, perhaps. You don't starve in this area. Come on. A ton of salmon a day, gill netted, and they're starving to death. I don't buy that for a minute. This is like, Lewis and Clark said, oh, you could walk across the Columbia on the backs of the salmon. Okay, then how is it that the natives were starving to death here? There could be some cold winters, but come on. Yeah, because I forgot, because they lived in ran down raggedy shacks because that's all they could build. That makes a lot of sense. I'm not even going to finish reading this stupid story. Whatever. Chakulu. Cthulhu. Oh, yes, here they are. This is in honor of them, apparently. Look, he's got a little guy down here. He's got the big head and the little head. Kind of spidery in the middle, too. That is bizarrely weird. And he's bowing down, or he's about to jump on, hump something. I don't know. That's creepy. Creepy weird. Creepy weird. Is that a trestle? I think that was that. Did there used to be a bridge across there? No, probably not. Can't tell what that is. $19.90. Well, it doesn't denote north on here. Corps of Engineers. Yeah, the Corps of Engineers. We built this here, and this is how we do it. We pour some concrete and some little rocks together, and we kind of stuff it up next to the ivy, and there we fix the edge of the river. Let's go collect our paychecks. It's Miller time. So we picture all this as being lush forest with none of these houses here, and the Indians living in the forests around here, and they salmon a ton a day each of people gill netting them, and somehow they were starving. The Indians were starving here. That's ridiculous. There could be a little ice age going, I guess. That could attribute to some of the coldness. You could have a winter that was really bad, and if you weren't prepared properly, but they lived here. Why wouldn't they be prepared for an exceptionally hard winter when they've got, unlimited amounts of salmon available to them for food source and whatever? Just a thought. Nothing to see here. Move along. Well, at least there was plenty of rock close by at hand. Was this the leftover rock or something? I don't know. That one's kind of funky shaped. Oh, it's a tree stump with moss on the top that looks like a rock. No, it's a rock in the shape of a tree stump. That's a rock. Why does it look like a tree stump? Isn't that weird? That it's a footing of some kind. It had a post in here, maybe. Okay. Oh, it had a post, part of a dock piece or something. Unless there was a dock here? Chunks of rock laying around up there. Here's the old boat ramp we're talking about. And what is this? Just outcropping here. Slag? Okay, this it does kind of smelters right there. But yeah, that was weird. That one looked like a tree stump. It's a rock shaped like a tree stump with wood in the middle. This looks like a petrified poop piece, like from the wastewater treatment plant. That's what the poop looks like after it's been completely chlorinated and whatever, and cooked down in their furnace. They got a furnace there too. Interesting. Okay. Well, I go up the whole ramp over here. Get back to the car, I guess. Hey, watch out there with your boat. Nice boat. See, what I just wanted to sail my sailboat down here from Port Angeles and just throw down anchor right over there, and I'd be fine. This is a nice neighborhood. Nobody's gonna come steal anything off of the boat. And I'll move it 100 yards every 30 days and have a nice location to live, without having to pay rent or property taxes. What could possibly go wrong? Memory of Mary Staggerberg and Susie Keaton, dedicated by Oswego Garden Club, established 1941. Okay, so that little park area up top is this promenade with a sewer drain right there. Here. Drink water here. My fluoride supply is critically low. So you can tell we're in a nice part of town because they got faucets that work and trunk water in their washing up. Nice restroom. Nice part of town. So yeah, that's like a little promenade park right there off to the side from the smelter. So we got a small one on top of a rather large one. There's a tunnel in there. At least that big, right? With all these rocks stacked around it on the hillside. Chemtrail. See, you've been trailed when the sun does not appear to have a hard edge on its disk and it looks like a blur. That's when it's chemtrailed. When you have real clouds, that doesn't happen. When the sun gets to where the light is coming through like that, you'll see the sharp in focus edge of it, and you don't see none of that right now, and my sore throat's just getting worse. Thanks, Uncle Sam, you're helping us to meet our Maker soon. That's why all the Christians should love their healthcare system. It's helping them to meet Jesus sooner. Yay. Let's all get cancer together. We'll get a group rate discount at chemotherapy. Let's save a lot of money. That's all that matters. Sick, dying people's good for the economy. Yeah. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. This is the ferry entrance. And that was creepy inside there. All those, the rock with faces in it. Crazy, huh? Okay. Back to the car. I parked way up the hill. So they what they say now? The people came here and they applied for a grant of land. They said here have 645 acres here, or at the bend of the river that goes into Lake Oswego, where tons and tons of salmon a day come through here. In this beautiful part of the world where anything will grow, and there's a giant forest that's covering everywhere, so there's lots of sheltered area under the tree coverage, because cedars are great for that. See the cedar right there? You know, all these ones have lost all their leaves. Cedars and evergreens. You get a mixture of them, and you end up with big areas underneath that stay dry. You know, you could put your camp up there, and you're good. It could snow like hell, but it won't go there. And if you got tons of salmon available a day, you know, you're not going to starve to death in the winter. You might freeze to death. Can't rule out the ice age. Here's the sewer going. Squirrel. Squirrel. Caretaker's house with a palm tree. Okay. Alright, that's all I got. We'll call it a day.